We have some news just coming in. Rahul Gandhi has moved Supreme Court in the Modi surname defamation case, seeking a stay on the sentence and conviction. He's moved Supreme Court against the High Court order, Gujarat High Court order refusing to stay his conviction in the Modi surname Remark case. Nalini has more details, and then Nalini, this was only the natural and legal course of action that Gandhi could have in fact looked at, isn't it?
Well, yes, Neha, but what's more important over here is that the Supreme Court is the last legal resort for Rahul Gandhi to try and get some sort of relief and get a stay on his conviction, because only with a stay on his conviction can he hope for his disqualification from the Lok Sabha as a member of parliament to in fact be overturned and for him to get his Wayanad seat back. So if the Supreme Court, like the Sessions Court and the Gujarat High Court, also refuses to put a stay on his conviction, then that will mean very, very bad news for Rahul Gandhi. But in what seems to be a little prompt action, Rahul Gandhi's team has moved the Supreme Court now. We have that confirmation, filing an SLP, a special leave petition, challenging the Gujarat High Court order that had specifically refused to stay his conviction. His SLP before the Supreme Court is on this limited aspect that there should be a stay on his conviction so that he can hope for an overturning of his disqualification from the parliament, because it's the 2-year conviction that was granted by the trial court in Surat, because of which Rahul Gandhi currently stands disqualified from the parliament, not for 2 years but for a total of 8 years. And he's not even allowed to contest the elections. With very crucial Lok Sabha elections coming up next year, Rahul Gandhi is hoping for a favourable verdict from the Supreme Court, but as a last resort, now he has knocked on the doors of the top court with a special leave petition.
And when is the matter expected to be brought before the court? I was asking you, Nalini, when is the matter going to be brought before the court? When is the court going to hear this matter? Have you picked up anything yet on that front?
Well, Sneha, we are given to understand that the SLP has just been filed. So, in all probability, Rahul Gandhi's lawyers, including senior advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who has been representing him, are likely to mention the matter for urgent hearing before the Supreme Court on Monday. Now, how early the Supreme Court actually takes it up depends on the court, but we are expecting for the matter to be mentioned for an early hearing, which means that Rahul Gandhi is going to try and urge the Supreme Court to take up the matter as soon as possible, which is also why they've acted a little expeditiously in challenging this order of the Gujarat High Court, because if you remember, the earlier order of the Sessions Court was challenged after several weeks before the Gujarat High Court, and the reasoning given by Rahul Gandhi's legal team at that point was that the order was in Gujarati, so it was taking them a little bit of time to get the entire order translated. But now this Gujarat High Court order has been challenged in a very speedy manner before the Supreme Court of India, so it is likely that they will be pushing
Nalini,
for
coming back to you in a moment from now, because we'd want to talk to you a little more about the legal repercussions for Rahul Gandhi, where he's really had no option but moved Supreme Court regarding this matter. Rashid Alvi, senior leader of the Congress party, is with us. Thank you for your time. Your response to Rahul Gandhi now, seeking some respite from the Supreme Court of India, that actually is his only last legal option, Mr. Rashid Alvi. Okay, we seem to have lost that line. We'll just connect with the Congress leader in a moment from now. But Nalini, of course, was talking to us about the fact that this, Nalini, is the only last option for Rahul Gandhi, pretty much. If there is no relief from court, there is nothing really that Mr. Rahul Gandhi can do.
Well, yes, Neha, and the reason for that is because the law specifically states, Supreme Court back in 2013 and once again in 2018, in the Lily Thomas as well as the Lok Prahari judgments, has specifically in the past said that merely a stay on the sentence given to a member of parliament or a legislator will not be enough. There has to specifically be a stay on conviction itself by a higher court. So even though Rahul Gandhi's 2-year sentence that was awarded to him by the trial court has been stayed by the trial court till the time his
Nalini, just requesting you to hold on to your thoughts for a moment. Rashid Alvi, in fact, the Congress is with us. Your response, Mr. Alvi, to Rahul Gandhi now seeking some respite from the apex court on this matter, on the defamation matter.
It is very natural if we are unable to get any relief from High Court. So naturally and definitely we are going to knock the door of Supreme Court, and I am sure that we are going to get relief from Supreme Court.
But what if not? I want to ask you this question because this really is his only last resort, Mr. Alvi, because Lok Sabha elections just not too far away, just a few months down the line, and this could be a major setback if at all there is no relief from the apex court.
How can you say it is a setback?
It's a hypothetical situation. I'm
it
just
is
asking you, what is the Congress going to do if at all he does not get relief, is what I'm asking you.
It is very natural thing, and Rahul Gandhi, he is very popular leader of the country. It is not important for him to become member of parliament, whether he is MP or not, is not important. He is leader of the country, leader of the Congress party, and it is a very natural process to go to the Supreme Court. What is harm in it? Do you think that we should not go to Supreme Court?
No.
And so it is natural, and I am sure that we are going to relieve from Supreme Court.
But as far as Parliament is concerned, as far as his position as a Lok Sabha MP is concerned, if at all he does not get relief, there is going to be just no way forward. You did say that he'll continue to work for the people of the country, but at the end of the day, we are looking at electoral politics, and like I said, Lok Sabha election is not too far away.
So it is. What do you mean? Election is 2024 is still away. 8-9 months are away, and Rahul Gandhi will do his best to for the Congress party in the coming election. This case will not create any problem on the way of the campaigning. Rahul Gandhi, and I am sure that very soon we will get relief from Supreme Court.
I'm going to thank you, Mr. Rashid Alvi, for joining us and sharing your views. So optimism there, clearly on the part of Congress leaders. They're saying that we're expecting relief, and worst case scenario, Rahul Gandhi will continue to, in fact, connect with the people and be there as far as the Congress party is concerned. Nalini, the legal repercussions of this, this is going to be a major setback if at all there is no relief from the Supreme Court. Talk to us a little about similar cases in the past where leaders were convicted. Members of Parliament were convicted, and what then was their legal strategy? If you could just give us a few examples of what really happened in the past.
Well, Sneha, there are a couple of nuances that we have to understand here, something that even the Congress leaders have been saying time and again. First and foremost, this is a criminal defamation case, and one of the most major points that are being made by Congress leaders across the board, including Abhishek Manu Gandhi, is that nobody in the history of legal India maximum punishment of 2 years in a case of criminal defamation. That's the most important point. But even right now, as I was hearing Rashid is saying outside the court and what the Congress party is saying inside the court are two very different things. Because Rahul Gandhi himself has said the same thing that Rashid Alvi was just saying, that it's not important for him to be a member of the parliament as long as he is an important voice in the opposition and he is a leader of the people of the country itself. But what these lawyers have argued in court is something completely different, because what they've said is that it's major injustice to him if he's being kept away from his seat in the Lok Sabha, and this disqualification needs to be overturned as soon as possible, which can only happen with a stay on conviction itself. So what Congress party's actual line is, we're not really clear about, because what they're saying inside the court and outside the court are two very different things. In addition to that, talking about the fact that there is a stay on his sentence for now, which means that Rahul Gandhi will not be going to jail, but at the same time, there is no stay on his conviction, not just from one court, but now from two separate courts, the Sessions Court as well as the High Court. It remains to be seen exactly what the Supreme Court does. Because for the Supreme Court to overturn a verdict that has been given by the Sessions Court as well as the High Court, it is probable that Rahul Gandhi's legal team will have to come forth with some new arguments, because clearly their earlier arguments have not held any water with the Gujarat High Court.
Right.
But at the same time, they've also cast aspersions on the judge itself, even though if not directly, but little indirectly, saying what else could you expect from the Gujarat High Court, and also raising fingers on the complainant, saying that the complainant had specifically approached the Gujarat High Court because he knew that he could possibly get a favorable order. But at the same time, just to bring some clarity into what the Supreme Court will be looking at, there are two main things that the Gujarat High Court said while denying relief to Rahul Gandhi. One, they said that Rahul Gandhi is a politician in the country. His public speeches are closely followed not only by the media but also by the people, which means that he has a greater responsibility to make sure that he does not say anything irresponsible.
Nalini, we'll continue to keep a very close eye on all of those developments and that story. That, in fact, continues to be a top focus right here with Rahul Gandhi seeking some respite from the court. I'm going to thank you for the moment for joining us with those details.